So when COVID happened, it really just like we all just were like, I went home to Minnesota for 2 months and just like we all kind of just did our own thing, just bubbled like away from each other. And then
It's so hard.
I know. And then finally we decided, we're like, no, let's only see each other. Let's go to the studio. Let's finish this thing. And that's actually when we got Fallen. So if it happened, we wouldn't have written
songs in the album.
one of the I mean, we
one
got
of the other big boys of the album.
Yeah. So it's weird. If there's a silver lining to anything, I guess it's that we had more time.
Oh, interesting. A record ready before.
Sorry, say that again?
See, before you basically had a whole record ready, and then now you sort of got to rework a lot of it.
Well, and that was part of the challenge of us writing and producing our own music before, was we were on the road, and the most time we had off for the 3 years we were out there was maybe a week or two.
Yeah.
And so we could come back and work on songs that, you know, had already been majority written, that we agreed with and loved. But, you know, it is different where when a song speaks to you, it's great. But when you're speaking into a song and speaking to your fans personally, it's a whole different world. And so, yeah, I mean, that's why this one does feel so special, though, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's incredible. I mean, I love that rolling with the punches and, you know, moving with this new creative process for all the stuff that we were doing and organizing, you know, like normally at this time, like, as for Get Out the Vote stuff, you'd be like on college campuses or, you know, out at maybe a concert, registering voters there. You know, and then here it is, we're trying to bum smack everything into live streams and into, you know, digital. But I think that it kind of presents a cool opportunity because it sort of gets you to be more creative in how you're organizing. And for you guys, as kind of made you more creative in even how you got to put together your album. So I think that's kind of really special. You mentioned that you were sort of away from each other for a part. Do you guys like each other? Is this a brotherhood, or what is that like?
I mean, it's interesting because when we started the band, we were all pretty young. Zach was 15, I was 18, and so we like started the band and went on tour basically right away. We kind of hit the ground running and like didn't really ever stop. I think the most time we ever had off was like maybe 2 weeks. Like, you know,
max,
so it was like, I feel like we never had the time to really like slow down and like think about like, okay, what do we want to stand for? What do we want to sound like? What do we want to be like? And so like this year really had that. Like we were able to do that.
Beginning of the year, we spent some time apart, just right after getting off the road, because we've been together for 3 years straight, living on the same bus, living you know 2 feet apart in bunk beds, and like, and not really for any reason, but just because like he was talking about, friends and family, like just kind of catching up with the people that we hadn't got to catch up with in a while, and then come like before the summer, like, what was it? Corona started happening, like, and then April, May. I think April we kind of started like getting back in a bit more and like really kind of focusing on, you know, where we wanted to take the music and the image and the whole thing. And then the rest of the summer we were just writing and producing and then we wrote Fallen in July. I think it was like mid-July, maybe end of July or something. And that was the last song we wrote for the album. So when we finished that song, we finished the album. And then it also ended up unanimously being chosen as the first single by us, by our management, our label.
Everyone was like, yes.
And so a lot of great effort and time and budget went into it, and it came out amazing. And we're so happy with it and just proud because we've always dreamed of doing this ourselves. And the fact that we're here now is really, really cool.
Yeah, and I think because we were like, you know, we've gone through all this stuff together and really traveled the world and we didn't know what we were getting into even really when we started the band. It was just sort of this fun opportunity. We do have that brotherhood because we've like, you know, we're really good friends because we've been through all of this craziness together.
Yeah, after those couple months that we spent apart, it was like we got back and we were like, what the hell is up, bro? Like,
it was so good to be back.
It was great.
Well, and man, we toughed it for a little. Like, I don't know if any like everyone realizes like we weren't like an overnight thing. You know, we've been doing this for 3.5 years,
Four now.
4 years. My bad. But at the start of things, we were playing for clubs in front of 20 fans, and half of those were our family out in the crowd. You know, like it wasn't always an easy feat. So
Yeah.
it definitely helped us, you know, grow together because it wasn't like we were thrown together and put into this record deal and put into this giant stage. It's like we built from the ground up, and you don't forget about that. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have clearly been working. I don't know if people understand how much goes into like writing a song, producing a song, going on tour, bussing around the whole country, making these music videos that you guys have been doing too. Can we just like
Yeah, I
talk?
mean, once you get a nice tour buzz, it ain't so bad.
Yeah.
Wait, our first
The
tour
first
ever, we were in
tour-
a Sprinter van, all of
Yeah,
us
we had
together.
to take a little
We would
van.
sleep like
We would
this
literally be
on the-
cuddling together,
We
like
would be
on the
sleeping with
seat.
the seat in front of you all. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
talk about back issues. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. But the tour bus is nice.
Oh yeah.
It ain't all glam, like all is glam. And I feel like I've been putting that work. Now that uh, what do you guys feel like is the most kind of what do you miss most about being out there, being on the road?
I mean, just I think fans for sure. Just like seeing people every day and feeling that love from the music, like feeling that energy from the music that we create and singing it and seeing the reaction every day. Like
It's the best feeling.
it's the most magical thing
Ever.
in the world. I think. Yeah.
That's why we do it.
And it's really crazy to be in like a different country where they don't even speak English and then they know all the words in English. It's like very strange, but cool.
It's the best feeling.
Half of the
I want to go back on tour. Miss tour.
from love from your fans from across the world. They're asking from India, from Pakistan, from China, Brazil. All these random countries are on here asking, when are you guys going to go on tour? So I guess
I know.
Is a tour up
I
and
mean,
coming up?
yeah,
As soon as we can. I mean, we're ready to go whenever, but as soon as the people higher up like tell us that we can, we're ready.
we'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean,
I'm
yeah.
ready.
I'm just ready. I miss it. I miss performing.
It's hard because we wanna keep
Yeah.
everyone safe, obviously, but touring is like the most
I
fun
know.
thing of all.
It'll
of
be
it.
cool. The show's gonna be lit this time too. Just wait. We have a lot planned.
That's so exciting. Have you guys been able to do any like at-home quarantine performances?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we actually have been filming some stuff, so yeah.
Maybe?
We have.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I mean, I think that it's just really exciting that you guys have been able to kind of divvy together this creative process throughout the quarantine.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Sorry, it's like cutting out a little bit.
Better.
Wait, what did you say?
Wow.
I don't know if that's any better. Seems fine on my end, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it seems like you guys have been able to really put together an awesome sort of collaborative thing across you guys and have been able to really, do some really cool creative stuff, which I think is amazing, especially in the context of everything else that's going on in the world,
Yeah.
And I feel like, you guys started in like 2016, right?
Yeah.
There's been an entire presidential cycle, really, from then until now. So how do you, and you guys were touching on this a little bit earlier, how do you feel you guys have become more woke over these last few years? We got a bit of a delay over here. Can y'all hear me? Are we still here? Sorry for everybody at home. We seem to have some technical difficulties with the Wi-Fi, but I just want to keep on reiterating how important it is that you go and that you vote. Voting is really how we can make our voices heard here in this country, you know. And I think that if you're even from another country, I know that a lot of you guys are international. Of course, American politics are super important globally, you know, and kind of how we interact with each other across. Oh, okay, looks like. Oh no! No worries. We will still, you know, continue talking about voting, and I'm sure they'll come back on in just a minute. So I'll let you guys know when they are able to jump back on. Hopefully, we can get some. You know, I'm really interested in how they have awoken these last few years. Um, you know, I think a lot has changed in America. A lot has changed globally. Of course, we're in a pandemic right now. We have seen, you know, the Black Lives Matter movement really pop up. We have seen movements of women, the Women's March. We have seen, you know, the climate strikers really going across globally. And, you know, over the time, we've seen Why Don't We, you know, kind of come up and really, you know, take the music scene by storm. And so I'm hoping that they can pop back on and join us, but I'm not sure what the Wi-Fi issues are like on their side. It looks like there were some issues with the connection on their home. So let's see if we can get them back on here. Why don't we? To jump back onto this live so we can continue talking about all the wonderful things of voting and this album. I'm just looking through to see if we can get you guys back on. Let's see. It says, I see a lot of you guys saying they requested. I'm searching through. I don't see the request. So let me check again and see that request is here. Thank you guys for your patience with these technical difficulties. See, let's get them back onto this live. This is what happens with live situations. I see you guys saying you requested, but I'm not seeing the request for some reason. Thank you guys at home for your patience. Let's see. Let's try and see if we can get the boys back on, and we can continue. Let's see. For some reason, the request is not showing. I don't know why that is. Requested again. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, I'm trying to click and see if we can bring them back in. Let's see. I see their comment that they requested, but I'm not seeing the request in the requests. So that's kind of funny. This is kind of funny. Let's see. Why don't, you. Let's see. My patience. Sorry, y'all. Appreciate your patience on this. Let's see. Hi, guys. I'm trying to. I think we are joining them again. Let's see if we can. Hello. Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you guys. So glad you guys are back. Oh my god. Uh, to all, can you guys? Not again, lol. All y'all at home for your patience. Um, can you guys hear me? Oh, looks like they popped out of there. So it looks like the Wi-Fi on their side is um, a little bit not ideal. I'm not sure what the situation is. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to call this to a close. Thank you, everybody who's been at home watching us. I want to encourage you to go out and vote. This election is so important. If you haven't already voted, make sure you do. If you need more information on how to vote, you can visit vmagazine.com and go to the V is for Vote voting hub, where there's tons of information on how to vote. You can also go to Plus One Vote and follow us. The link in our bio goes to our website, and there's tons of great voting information right in there. So thank you guys so much for everybody who was able to join us. And we really appreciate you coming out and spending a little bit of time with me. I'm Saad Amer, and this is on V Magazine. Thank you guys. Bye.